Good evening. I now call to order the June 24th, 2024 meeting of the East Penn School District Board of School Directors. We all now please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. To my knowledge, there are no requests to comment this evening, so we'll move on to the approval of minutes. I may have a motion to approve the minutes from the June 10th meeting.
So moved. Second.
Are there any comments or questions? Okay, seeing none, Ms. Allen, please call the roll.
Mr. Falegi,
Aye.
Ms. Ford,
Aye.
Ms. Klotz,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Dr. Whitney,
Aye.
Dr. Levinson.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Thank you, Ms. Allen. We now move on to the district update with Dr. Campbell.
Good evening to our members who are here tonight, our team members who are here, as well as hopefully we have a lot of community members who are listening online. I'll start off with a few quick announcements, the first of which is if we have any family or community members who either missed graduation or just would like to enjoy it again, you can actually watch it on our YouTube channel, and we have it linked to our high school athletics and activities page, as well as our high school website. We'd also like to congratulate Emmaus High School student Kyra Murphy. She is a recipient of the 2024 Scholastic Awards. She's actually a national winner. She was selected or identified for her excellence in originality, skill, and personal vision, and she joins elite alumni such as Stephen King and Andy Warhol. So that's a pretty impressive accomplishment for a high school student. You can see her work on online galleries, and we do have the link to the website where you can see her work. That's available on our high school webpage. We'd also like to remind any families in the East Penn community that while it is summertime and we're starting to perhaps students and families might be winding down for the summer, we are always continuing our planning for the upcoming school year. And for the 24-25 school year, East Penn will be transitioning to an online returning student form process. And this is something that's very important for all students who are enrolled in the East Penn School District, whether new students or returning students. We will be using that student form, and it will replace the traditional, we sent home paper, yellow emergency contact information. In some buildings, we sent out a Google form. So we are replacing all previous ways of having families update their communication, and it will be through this online returning student form that we're sending out. So watch for it. It will be coming out during summer break, I should say. We did already send a notification to our current families that process would be happening, but it will take place in July, and we will continue to send those updates, encouraging families to complete the returning student form. It is the way in which it's the process that the district will now allow parents and guardians to update contact information, other important emergency information for their students. That information will be updated via the returning student form. And so a critical part of our communication process in any way is to have accurate information. And so this will be an opportunity for us to make sure that the information we have is accurate. So again, we're going to continue to send a whole lot of reminders throughout the summer, but I wanted to take the opportunity as well to speak about it at our board meetings. As we think about the next school year, I also encourage families, whether you're new to the East Penn School District and you might be enrolling a student for the first time in the 24-25 school year, and or if we have students who are new to kindergarten, while it is summer vacation, our buildings remain open, our facilities remain open, our buildings and our offices are fully staffed, and we are here and available to help and support families in any way, not just families who've been with us, but any new families who've moved to the district. If you please reach out and take care of that registration process as soon as possible, it really helps us with kindergarten in terms of planning classrooms. At the secondary level, it helps us so that we can do course selection with your students. I also wanted to highlight that On our district human resources page, we have posted a variety of positions that we have available, professional staff positions, support staff positions. Please consider joining our East Penn team. Again, if you go to our human resources page, all of those positions that we have available are posted, and we do have a very easy-to-use online application process. For those families for individuals who might be seeking work while kids are at home, a retiree, or someone who's looking to supplement an at-home work schedule, we do have quite a few crossing guard positions. I mention those because they're very flexible in terms of your workday. So again, if you're interested in joining us in any number of capacities, please check out our district website. I also wanted to mention that our summer supplemental feeding program is continuing. This is through a valuable partnership that we have with the Emmaus Rotary, and we're able to provide non-perishable groceries for East Penn families. Distribution is held every Wednesday here at our administration building, right out on the front of the building from 10:30 to 12 noon. You don't even have to come into the building. We're out on the sidewalk. You just have to pull up. Again, every Wednesday at Emmaus High School from 10:30 to 12, or right at the administration building at the high school from 10:30 to 12, and also at Lower Macungie Middle School every Wednesday from 11:30 to 1, again, set up right out front. And so please, any families who might need that support with food over the summer, we are here and happy to help. Final reminder, continue to check out our website for a variety of summer camps, programs, activities that are offered throughout the Lehigh Valley area, and that's available on our, again, district website under the Family Resources tab. And again, I'll just close out this evening by reminding our East Penn community members that it's summer. Students are not here, but our administration is here, our buildings are open, our office staff is here, and we are working hard to support our students and our families in any way, and you just have to reach out if you need our support with anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Any comments or questions from the board?
I was actually pointing at him.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Smith. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. On that note, as we're talking about all the work that's taking place with the district being open, I also wanted to pass along a little bit of gratitude and well wishes to some of our teachers, two of whom are currently probably over the Atlantic Ocean somewhere, leading a group of 12 amazing Spanish world language students from the high school. Wanted to thank Mrs. Hess and Mrs. Ardito for taking the time away from their families and some of the things that they had planning, on doing this summer. Relaxing, they are taking some of our students overseas. So it sounds like it's going to be an exciting time, and I wish them all the best, and we can't wait to hear how it goes when they come back.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for sharing that. Any other comments or questions? Okay. We'll now move on to personnel. Before I take a motion, I wanted to inform the public that there are a couple of amendments to Exhibit B on the non-bargaining unit salaries for 24-25. The first is Kathleen Sweda at a salary of $59,488, and Rita Christman at a salary of $52,250. With that, I have a motion to accept the personnel items.
So moved. Second.
Are there any comments or questions from the board? Okay, seeing none, Ms. Allen, please call the roll.
Mr. Falegi,
Aye.
Ms. Ford,
Aye.
Ms. Klotz,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Dr. Whitney,
Aye.
Dr. Levinson.
Aye.
6 ayes. Have it.
Thank you, Ms. Allen. Before I move on, I think Dr. Campbell has some recognitions.
Just a few quick recognitions. In particular, we want to congratulate and send warm wishes to Mrs. Guthrie, who's retiring as an instructional assistant at Wescosville. She's been a part of our team at Wescosville for 22 years, so we appreciate her dedication. In addition, Mrs. Meredith, who is retiring as a special education teacher. She's been with us at Emmaus High School for 7 years, and Mr. Sal Sava. Sal has been really a fan favorite. He's been one of our Willow Lane crossing guards. And so he's retiring after having been with us for 2 years. And so again, positions are available, and we'd love to have you consider being part of our East Penn team, and also just wanted to give warm wishes to our team members who have decided to retire.
Okay. Thank you for that, Dr. Campbell. Is there anything else from the board? Okay, moving on to business operations. If there are no objections, I'd like to get a motion on items A and B together.
So moved.
Second.
Are there any comments or questions from the board? Okay, seeing none, Ms. Allen, please call the roll.
Ms. Ford,
Aye.
Ms. Klotz,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Dr. Whitney,
Aye.
Mr. Falegi,
Aye.
Dr. Levinson.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Thank you, Ms. Allen. Moving on to curriculum for educational conferences. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Are there any comments or questions from the board? Okay, seeing none, Ms. Allen, please call the roll.
Ms. Klotz,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Dr. Whitney,
Aye.
Mr. Falegi,
Aye.
Ms. Ford,
Aye.
Dr. Levinson.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Thank you, Ms. Allen. Other educational entities, Carbon Lee Higher Intermediate Unit. I believe we have an update from Dr. Whitney.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Levinson. This is a report from the meeting of Board of Directors, CLIU, of June 17th. Items of note, the board approved a new collective bargaining agreement between the CLIU and the CLEA, Carbon Lehigh Education Association. This is a 3-year agreement, follows months of negotiations, agreeable on both sides, so we're very glad to pass that. We received an update, sort of a closure update of the 3-year comprehensive plan for the CLIU from 2021 to 2024. The focus of that comprehensive plan, as is the upcoming 3-year comprehensive plan, is essentially around staff development and retention, celebrating staff, better communication, more transparent communication methods, and also better and more professional development opportunities for staff, and helping them find professional development opportunities that will help them advance in their careers. So successful structure, successful execution of the comprehensive plan, and a lot of new initiatives that will be going forward into the next 3 years. Finally, there was a presentation from the Transportation Department, CLIU, obviously an important element of the IU's operations. Transportation Department serves about 1,000 students, employs about 150 people, and drives about 2.4 million miles per year collectively. They gave us all kinds of diagrams. It's like halfway to the sun. I don't remember, something halfway to Mars, something like that. 2.4 million miles is a lot. The CLIUs also serves as a third-party CDL testing site and also an official PennDOT inspection station, which are really good developments in terms of the CLIU to do a lot of that work in-house. And so they've CDL certified 465 drivers since they became a testing site in 2018. Then there were a few fiscal matters. We resecured the services of Campbell Rappold Neurosits for this year's audit, and a couple of lease extensions for some of the CLIU schools. And that's the report.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Whitney. Are there any questions on his report? Okay, again, thank you for your continued service in that role, in your role.
Thank you.
Moving on, I have a few announcements. The first, we had an executive session this evening where we talked about 3 topics: litigation, safety and security, and negotiations. Our next regular board meeting is going to be on Monday, July 8th, 2024 at 7:30 in this room. And with no further business, I'd like to get a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Meeting adjourned. Have a good evening and have a safe